AI is everywhere here in Davos this year as part of every conversation. And, the takeaway for me is it was interesting. There was one session I was in with a number of business CEOs and tech company CEOs. And the question was, is this all hype or is it reality?
Yeah, it's a good question.
And that's the question on everybody's mind. And I was surprised that it was near unanimous agreement that this is reality and that AI is here and AI is big and AI is something we need to take advantage of. And we see it in our business. We're a $40 billion company, Accenture, and it's a big part of our business. It's the fastest growing technology business, fastest growing technology trend we've seen in the last several decades of this revolution in technology that we've been at. But it's moving so fast that it's creating new challenges for business, and it's moving fast, faster than the workforce can adapt, which leads to some of the important discussions we need to have here in Davos.
Just to take a step back for a minute, what do we mean by AI at this point? Because I feel like it's being applied to so many different things that you don't typically think of when you think of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, well, we use AI every day, so you become, so you have to really think about what it is. So you might have talked to your phone, you can use your phone assistant, you might have talked to your Alexa or Google Home, used a recommendation engine on a shopping platform, or used a map application. If you've done any of those things, you've used AI. So we're using AI every day.
Right, so that's not the kind of AI necessarily that we're talking about when we're talking about workplace replacement and these kinds of challenges?
Well, it's the start of it. So AI we define as it's a set of technologies that can sense, respond, comprehend, and then learn from that behavior. So sense, comprehend, respond. It's things that humans do and learning like humans do. So they approximate the capability to do things in a human fashion. However, it's very specialized, very narrow capability. So from a workforce perspective, what we find is that about 90% of jobs will be impacted by AI, almost every job in some way. Now, some of those jobs will be completely replaced, and that brings about some challenges that we really need to grapple with. But many jobs, and most jobs, will really be improved or changed by AI. So you really need to look at it more carefully to understand the actions we need to take.
What lessons can we maybe take away from the 80s and 90s when you saw an automation wave within manufacturing? And there was some collateral damage from that, certainly within the automotive sector, within the steel sector, for example. Can we learn some things from that?
Yeah, we absolutely can. I think the main lesson to be learned is this is moving faster than that automation wave moved. And even then, we didn't move fast enough to address the workforce implications. We need to get ahead of this now, and that's been the theme of a lot of discussions that we've had here in Davos. It's about businesses investing in learning and new learning platforms for their employees, because the technology is moving so fast, jobs are being changed overnight. Financial claims adjusters are becoming intelligent, claims advisors and working in new ways. Oilfield services technicians are using AI-enabled technologies, changing the nature of their work, creating new types of jobs. Those jobs don't exist in the market. Businesses need to train their people to adapt to the new jobs continuously. And that's going to go on not just for a year or two, but for the next 5 years and 10 years as AI moves through the workforce.
So one of the things I'm trying to grapple with here at Davos is all of these big ideas that people talk about, the gap between that and implementation and actually making it happen. So everybody's talking about AI and these issues. How optimistic are you that we are going to be able to meet the challenges that you're talking about? I'm
optimistic that we're going to achieve the benefits of AI. You look at it, we're catching criminals faster through financial fraud detection. We're getting better health outcomes by predicting disease and treating patients more effectively. We're producing food in a more sustainable fashion, eliminating waste in the supply chain using AI. Those things are real today and are only going to improve. So the opportunities are very real. I'm not yet optimistic that we're going to really get ahead of the workforce challenge. And we've had some very important discussions here, some new actions coming out to try to really build that urgency for business, for government, for education to really get ahead again and address these issues. Because if one person isn't ready to make the change, that's one person too many. We really have to tackle this across that group of stakeholders.